these gals are more or less ready. I'm going to start to add in some succulents, and I can pop those in the middle. But I'm always hanging on to that same clutch point, no matter how high or low I've got these succulents, and the succulents are on wire, so we can bend them and manipulate them to do whatever we want them to do. We're still hanging on to that same clutch point. Just tucking. I don't know if you can see well. I'm sorry, I don't have this camera set up in a good angle. But I'm just tucking in. And then we're going to come through and add some more filler. What am I trying to pull down? There you are. Pull her down a little. Okay. Hang on to it nice and tight. We're working triangle, more or less. Beautiful. And here I'm going to try to lace her down right through the center. See if this is going to do what I want it to, because I've got a pretty sizable bunch of flowers now. It is. She's going to do exactly what I want her to do. Working beautiful. This angle. There we go. So we've got her at a triangle. What do you think so far? You've got a bad angle at it. I'll show you from the top, but I'm absolutely loving the way it's looking. Few more succulents that I want to tuck in. This started out as a small bouquet, but she's getting pretty sizable, which is great. Got a few more gals to tuck around. I think I'll put you right up at the top. So beautiful. Everyone looks great. I'll tuck you in a little tighter in there. Oh, you're coming off. Lay it down a little more with this baby's breath. Pop some out on that angle. Just trying to make sure I love the way she looks from all angles. Not sure if I want to add these in, but she might need a little color, so I'm going to show you where we're at. Where I was holding on to those flowers really tightly. Look, I broke that off. I'll have to cut him off after I finish. I've wired that. I'm going to come down about 2.5 inches, and I'm going to wire again as tightly as I can. And your best way to do this is to just turn the bouquet. Whoops. You hang on to your wire, turn the bouquet, and hang on to that nice and tight, and get it good and wired tightly. Spin that on itself and get it to lay flat. And then I'll just cut it. So these flowers driving me nutty. She's getting cut off. Less crazy. Okay, I have a bunch of loose wire here. I don't know why. Bring it over. Listen to that guy. We want those laying flat. And then we're going to come down again and do one more right down here. And same thing, nice and tight. We want that handle to not be moving around. We don't want any flowers wiggling. We want everyone to be very nice and very still. Okay, I'm gonna trim these guys all about here, just for starts. I don't want to start too short. It's easier to cut extra off. We cannot do anything if we've gone too short. Okay, so that is still a little longer than I would like them to be. I'm going to try to set this into a vase because that's what we'll be doing with her bouquet once the party gets underway. So I'm going to see how that stands, and I still feel like once she's hanging on to everything, I want those to be maybe about an inch shorter. So let me check that out in the vase, and then we'll continue with where we're at. But so far, I absolutely love the way it came out. It's looking great. Might wire those back up a little harder. Actually, she's wired, so I can use that succulent to sort of hold those girls in wrapped up. So I'm going to use this ribbon. I'm going to start here. I'm going to pull one pin, make sure I'm in shot. Move that out of the way. I am going to put one pin straight up here. I'm coming under nice and tight. And I'm going to do the same on the opposite side. That's just to get her to lie flat. This is going to be completely covered, so not to worry. Okay. Now, we're going to start here, holding this with my hand, and I'm going to start wrapping. And again, we're only turning the bouquet. You don't need to spin your ribbon and make a big mess. Just spin your bouquet. Nice and tight. Okay, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to stop it right up here, and I'm going to hold that in with a pin here. That's perfect. You're pushing your pins in, but not straight in this way. You want them to run up parallel to those stems, because you don't want anyone poking their hand if they grip it too high up. So that's how you're doing that. We've got that girl nice and wrapped up pretty tight. Okay, so you want to make sure you're doing the exact same thing on the back, because for some reason my crazy mind wants to just do a crossover on the back, but I think it looks better with this kind of twist lace. So we are going to do that on the back as well. And bring her back up. Oops. And you can adjust however much room you want between. Whoa. And I'm checking out the back to make sure that my twists are correct in the back. And see here, I don't have them sort of separated the way I want them to be. So I'll just adjust on this side as well. And then pull them nice and taut so that everyone is where they need to be. These gals are not. want to keep your bouquet up a little higher than the actual table. The reason why I'm working on this vase is because the succulents will, if you jostle them around too much, you'll start to lose leaves. So you don't want to work with anything that's super, super small, teeny tiny cuttings. You want them to be a decent size, because I did lose quite a few leaves. Probably had maybe 7 leaves in total that I lost. So that's a real cinch. Now, we're up here. We're going to tie it off up at the top. Nice and tight. Pin, I'm going to move that pin over to this side. Now, okay, and straight up through. And I love the way those laces have turned out. And now I'm going to figure out my tie, because I like to tie this up a little bit. This is how I'm going to do it. See, here we are. This is exactly what I was talking about. I lost a leaf because I was probably being too rough. So I'll go through and make sure the succulent that came from looks okay still. Doesn't look too crazy. She's coming up this way. Those I still have to finish my edges. This gal, I do like to leave. I'm gonna stand her up now. She's making me nervous. Okay, I'm going to stand her up. My tissue is gone. And I'm gonna leave these about one here and one a little longer. You don't want them to be the exact same length. And then so that those don't do any fraying or getting super strings hanging around, I just pull that down. If you've got a little bead or a little pearl or something you want to clasp onto that, that's pretty too, but that's our basic bouquet is pretty ready. This side, I think. I like to straight up the line, make sure you're hitting right inside of it. Side of one of these laces, coming in the exact same spot as best I can. And I think that adds a nice little touch. I don't know if you're going to use flowers in yours, Michelle, but hopefully this is helpful to you. Because I appreciate that you encouraged me to turn the camera on while I'm doing this project, because otherwise I may not have. So I am going to go and enjoy a wedding today, you guys. I love you, Suzanne Banani. I hope you have a life filled with nothing but happiness and love, and that's all I've got for today, guys. I will see you later. You guys have a good one.